and State Farm Insurance. And now, here's your hosts, Brendan Reef and Jonathan Birdsong.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 275. I'm your host, Brandon Reef, joined as always by my man, Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how are you, sir?
Man, I was trekking along just fine, man. And I don't want to put a damper on the show too much, man, because I want just to get the official rundown, man. But, the legendary, the general, man, passed away as I pulled up, and preparing for the show, man. So everybody knows Crossroads Sports is a we pump our show out of the Indianapolis market, Indianapolis, Indiana. And if you don't know anything about Indiana, it's basketball central, right? And Bobby Knight at one point was, the best basketball coach, not only in the state of Indiana, but you were probably in the United States, man. But total bummer, man. I know I know people probably call in and chime in about that. And we'll probably talk about some more, man. But yeah, total bummer, y'all, man. Bobby Knight passed away today at the age of 83.
Yep.
But Brandon, outside of that, man, I know we'll get into some more utilizing it once we start talking about college basketball and that kind of stuff, man. And with those, I know D kind of probably call in and all that, but man, before we get on that, man, please give us the official rundown for tonight's show.
Absolutely. Tonight's show, we've got NFL talk. Obviously, week number 8, we're going to recap. We'll recap week 8. We'll give our picks for week 9. NFL injuries. We'll talk of that. We'll talk Colts and Saints, and then this weekend we've got the Colts in against the Fighting Frank Reichs down at the Panthers in Carolina. We've got college football recap, week 8 recap in college football, news and notes from the week, and then we have Pick'em as always with Tanner for week number 10, or week 9, with Tanner, Pick'em. So we'll go to that, and then we've got some quick hitters with the NBA, John, and a little Halloween Havoc / WWE, WCW talk. And John, you've got some trivia even for me. Some WWF trivia or WWE. Is it WWE or WWF trivia?
It's WWF trivia,
Love
man.
It.
I just pick your brain, man. I'm probably going to wait till Tanner because I know he's a fan of that era as well.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of just go over, it'll be some Ken Shamrock questions, from that era, that 97, 98 era.
Yeah, sounds good. So, yeah, I guess like you kind of tipped it at the beginning of the show. Bob Knight passed, Indiana University, Texas Tech University. After Bobby retired, it was I put it on Twitter. It was good to see him come back to IU the last couple of years ago. And kind of make peace with what the hell, how that ended there and all that. And he's been to another game there. And, a lot of people don't realize that him and Gene Katie are actually really close friends. Everybody talks about the IU Purdue rivalry and who hates who and all that. But really, they were good friends with each other. Purdue actually has an exhibition game tonight, and they just got done having a standing moment of silence for Bob Knight there. So that kind of shows waves there, if you're rivals and then you come together for things like that. So it's I'm obviously being a Purdue fan, but no, respected Bobby Knight for his teams, his IU teams that he's had. They were always tough over all the years there, and it always meant a little bit more when you beat Bobby Knight. And I think that's the biggest thing. It meant more when you beat a Bobby Knight IU team. So. Yeah, it's sad to see. Died at 83. A lot of our heroes from the younger days are starting to get up there and starting to pass. But tough 20 minutes before the show goes on the air.
Right. And I know, man, people will be listening to this post. And I know, Brandon, you already know, man, the players are going to start coming out with these tales of what happened and what happened there in 78 and 81 and all that. And that's all fine and great, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to hear for it, man. But I know Bob Knight, very complicated, person. Sometimes on the court, I was going to say off the court, Brandon, but sometimes even on the court, as well. Sometimes definitely, combative with the press. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, handled his business as far as basketball coaches and getting teams prepared, whether it was to prepare for the Fab Five, prepare for Ohio State, or prepare for a national championship, man, Bob Knight, it was your guy as a head coach, man. You know what I'm saying? You can call maniacal, you know what I'm saying, whatever, man. You can call attention to detail or control freak, all those things kind of apply to him. You know what I'm saying? If you ever read one, there's how many books there's out there, right? So, I know I want to, Brandon, this is a gut punch. You know what I'm saying? Just because I get it. People going to question me like, real complicated. You know what I'm saying? Bob Knight there, you know what I'm saying? Some of the things that you heard about, but like, man.
Yeah, there's going to be two sides that we're going to hear from people, for sure.
Yeah, Brandon, as a youth, I'm talking as a youth, growing up here in the 90s, like, he was the coach, man. And, like, if you committed to that, you committed to playing for excellence. And you committed that you were going to be in the Final Four. Not that, we're going to make the Sweet 16. Not that, we're going to hang the Big Ten banner. That we're going to go to the Final Four. And I'm not saying, hey, man, that it was like heat in the street in West Lafayette, because, like, they were trying to do the same thing. That's why they good friends. You know what I'm saying? But, like, everybody can't win, so that's where the rivalry kind of shows up, Brandon. But, like, Bob Knight, like, once he won that one, like, we want to go to the Final Four. Like, he was greedy with it, man. And I get it, he didn't win them all, but, like, it was the excellence that I really, looked at it from a sports fan's perspective, man. For like, nah, man. Brandon, I know people will be chiming in. I know Justin Powell's already kind of chimed in on whatnot, man. He's a huge IU fan as well, man. But, man, Brandon, let's turn the page a little bit, man. Let's chime in on some of this football.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Football-wise, let's go straight to the NFL. Saints beat the Colts. Derek Carr looks like a Pro Bowl quarterback out there. Alvin Kamara, 2 touchdowns as well. Colts really, man, they couldn't really get over the hump. They would get there, get a little close, and then a bomb or something. They would allow Derek Carr to get that, or Kamara would have a huge run.
Yeah.
But, Colts lose. They're now 1-9 in their last 10 home games. John, they've lost 3 straight, and they're staring the Fighting Frank Wrights in the face coming up. Who got their first dub?
Here's what I'll say, Brandon. Right. To look at that game, again, you can't just, like, you have to take some of the data from it and, like, learn from it, right? Like, the Colts defense, it needs to be called out. As much as, like, everybody was pandering, hooping and hollering about the Colts offensive line the last 2 seasons, man, overpaid linemen, this, that, and the other, like the Kwity Paye, it's okay. It's not great. You know what I mean? I'm about the production, right? Some of the other notable names, big target names, the production not there because, like, the Colts, like, they couldn't stop the run for anything, right? Whether it was you have Kamara, whoever wanted to run on the Colts, you could have ran up. You know what I mean? Forrest Gump could have ran on Colts, right? So and I say that disrespectfully, but my point is, Brandon, what you kind of like is, and I'm not going to talk about Gardner Minshew. My goodness, nobody should be surprised, right? The more sample size of Gardner Minshew coming in and win those games that he played, Andy Richardson and played half the games. Then the other team had to, like, react to Gardner Minshew, and, like, 2 quarters of Gardner Minshew is okay. 4 quarters of it is like a no-no. Like, you're treading in bad waters. Here's what I'll say, Brandon. Like, the Colts, the trade deadline was yesterday, officially, Halloween night. The Colts didn't snip on anybody's trade. And they could have. So that means they're not necessarily punting on this season. They think they can still playoffs. Stop it. Don't cue that Jim Moore. You know what I'm saying? The quote, right? But they know they don't want to put on a season because, like, they still want to see what they have, the other winning parts. Okay, can these high paid price defensive pieces, can they produce, man? And right now they haven't, Brandon. They haven't. The offensive line has produced. It hasn't really been a mess offensively. The Colts have been able to score points. Gardner Minshew giving up the ball to somebody else, yeah, that's a whole other thing. But, like, right now, I think the Colts are in an evaluation standpoint with their defense, and they know they can still win some games. That's why they didn't punt on any of the running backs. They didn't trade any of those guys. They didn't trade any of the defensive players. They still want to see what they have in them. If they have some, just like 2 more years, whatever, or Shaq Leonard's probably gonna get cut at the end of the season, right? So that's kind of how I see it. They can win these next 2 games. It'll be a feel good for the story, for the, you know what I'm saying, for them from a media standpoint, and for them to try to still win. You know what I'm saying? Crazy Cyber fans will lose their mind because that's another 2 pegs away from not drafting, in their mind, not drafting the kid from Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? But even if Colts find themselves in the top 2 picks, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily overnight that you know what I'm saying, he's going to, you know, fix our issues for the Colts, you know, overnight. So that's how I kind of see the Colts. Brandon, right now, they're in let's see evaluation mode, and you know what I'm saying, keep the fans happy, and you know what I'm saying, they're not going to get behind. Get up in the count, you know what I'm saying, where they're thinking about winning the division, but they're not going to necessarily going to be, you know what I'm saying, last either.
Right. Well, I mean, you're not going to keep the fans too happy when you're 1-9, your last 10 home games, and you're raising your ticket prices.
Right.
You know, that's a that's a little bit of a concern. I've heard people tell me that today. Like, well, they're 1-9 in the last 10 games, and they keep raising the ticket prices every year. So, you know, obviously they're going to have a horrible home record this year as well. They've lost 4 games at home already, with 4 to go at home. So. And then you're going to go and raise tickets next year. So with no look to improve the team, you know, and at least show some signs that you're going to go out and maybe get this person, or we tried to do that. There were 0 rumors on that. 0 rumors on and the Colts making any moves at the trade deadline, which you can say, hey, you know what? That's just saying that the team feels that they don't have it this year, and they're just going to kind of pack it in, go out there, give some guys some experience, and kind of move on from there. You know, you still have Michael Pittman, who's a free agent end of the year, $16 million, what he's making. Calculated market value is $16 million is what he's valued at. We'll see if he ends up making that, but you've got guys that the contracts are coming up at the end of the year, and just some of those names looking through, you know, Isaiah McKenzie's on a 1-year deal. He came over from Buffalo. Tyquan Lewis, 1-year deal. You know, Will Fries, Ellinger, Danny Pinter's on a bigger deal. But you know, you've got to get some of these guys hired in or signed up because it's going to be trouble. And you've got right now, looking at the cap. $14 million sitting on the injured reserve list, if that tells you anything. $27 million in dead cap. So right now you got about $10 million left this year in cap space. If you needed to make a move, they decided not to. They decided to sit on it and go there. But John, you got Grover Stewart, who's suspended. Grover Stewart, Kenny Moore, Gardner Minshew, Sanchez, Pittman, Tyquan Lewis, McKenzie. These guys are Julian Blackman, Zach Moss, Pinter. These are guys that are going to be free agents at the end of the year. And I don't know how many are going to be back. You would think, you know, Stewart, Kenny Moore. You would think maybe Tyquan Lewis and Julian Blackman. I guess they have to re-sign Blackman, right? I mean, that secondary is already spotty, and you got Kenny Moore and Blackman both out there at free agents.
What does the draft situation look like? I'm talking about the capital outside of the first round.
True.
That's what I would like for them, you know. But like Brandon, again, I think before we can think about the draft and like young players and who we're going to resign, I think they got to they're in evaluation mode right now. You know what I'm saying? You pointed to the cap. That cap number does not equal to where you know what I'm saying, the wideout in his mind, you know what I'm saying, what he wants per year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The free agent, the wideout that we had. I think he was thinking like $17, $18 million per year.
Well, he may get it.
It might not be with the Colts though.
Right. I know a team that's in black and yellow will give it to him. He wants to be a possession wide receiver.
You think Is that what's holding Matt Canada's offense back as a wideout?
Brandon,
I thought Trubisky should have been prepared. I was disappointed. I'm not gonna put that like injury part of the game. So we're switching gears a little bit here. So the Steelers, like my man got injured, right? With the ribs. He went out. Kenny Pickett go out the ribs. Trubisky has to know that he has to be ready. He's ready to play, man.
That's Mitch. Good Mitch, bad Mitch. Bad passes by Mitch out there, which I mean, they're no slouch. The Jags are zero slouch.
Right, who they was playing, right. Right. It's who they was playing.
They have a great defense.
That's a good game in front of the road.
But also, Deontay Johnson had a wide open first pass from Pickett. Was a wide open, could have took it to the house, and he dropped it. We're back to the dropsies again with Deontay Johnson. And then you've got, Deontay Johnson had 3 more looks, and only and Pickens had 5 targets. My problem is, John, in the post game, they said, well, they were double teamed, and I don't want to make that throw over there. And Canada then said, well, yeah, being double teamed, we have to make sure we're looking elsewhere. We have to adjust. Can I ask you a question? A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, C.D. Lamb, Justin Jefferson, these guys are double teamed, right? At times, sometimes even tripled area. But you still got to take a chance and just throw it up there and hope that your skilled player is going to make something happen. You don't do it every time, but you got to take a fucking chance. And they don't. They're playing too safe, too relaxed. Kenny's got to air it out more, take a chance or two, let the guys go up and make a play. Because you don't think these coaches go to sleep on a Saturday night wondering how can we stop Justin Jefferson? How can we stop A.J. Brown? How can we Tyreek Hill? I'm sorry, right. Tyreek Hill, right? There's another name. Like these coaches go to that, thinking of that. So you got to take a chance and make something happen. It's a big risk and big reward. So the team looked bad.
Is the playmaker?
Pickett was hurt.
The playmaker's on the team right
now? Yes, I think he is.
Okay.
I think he is. Do I think the offense is going that way towards it? No, I don't. It sucks when you don't have – and something that helps with that, John, is a good running game. And you don't got that good running game when you don't have an offensive line that can block. And having your starting quarterback go out injured. Somebody asked me, Kenny said today that he's playing tomorrow night, which I thought was shocking that he's going to play because based off the injury – with the ribs, and he couldn't even throw a football apparently and make his passes, he felt like, after halftime, which is why he went back out. But from what I've seen from Mitch, what could be worse right now? Why not? If Kenny can't play or Kenny has a chance of risking it more, shit, put Mason Rudolph in there. You got nothing to lose.
Eddie's one game before.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh Sports Radio all day today was talking about, and before you go to Mitch, you should probably look at Mason again. So,
yeah, I watched little tidbits that man. My dude Trubisky, all right, dude, you weren't prepared to play today at all, man. So.
Mitch has just got that clipboard and the baseball cap. John Kirk Cousins torn Achilles. Tell me if you've heard that before. So he is out. They've traded for Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is now going to be the starting quarterback from the Arizona Cardinals now to the Minnesota Vikings. Tough break for Minnesota, who already was having a down season. Justin Jefferson was out. It may even consider Jefferson just may sit out the rest of the year. I would not be surprised he sits out the rest of the year for his value for next year since he's a free agent. This team ain't going anywhere.
Right now, Minnesota is a fringe playoff team with Kirk Cousins. It was going to be real interesting what they could do with Josh Dobbs. It's good for Minnesota fan base. Vikings fans, they're not playing on the season. They're trying to win games. Josh Dobbs, get me the hell out of Arizona because this is a clown show. The Arizona Cardinals is a clown show. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if they get offended. Jonathan Birdsall said the Arizona Cardinals, it's a clown show. But
I think they'd agree.
Said, he wants off the platform. You said what now?
I think they would agree.
Well, Josh Dobbs is headed to Minnesota, and he seemingly been like a guy that can manage, an offense, man. I don't necessarily mean that doesn't necessarily mean that the Minnesota Vikings are overcome the Detroit Lions anytime soon. Like the Detroit Lions are in the driver's seat as far as the NFC North is concerned. So, but no, man, that's a good trade. We were already kind of like, remember we were kind of had, him. We had the homie going. We had him trading out to the Jets, man. But like, no, man, it's a tough break, man. I don't know. Kirk Cousins? Do you think he retires or do you think he comes back? He's made a boatload of enough money.
I think
man.
he comes back.
I
think he comes back.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty easily. I think he does. John, we've had a couple news stories over the last couple nights break over the overnight. Last night's was Josh McDaniels fired from the Raiders. Him and the GM both fired. Antoine, I can't think of his last name now, is going to be the Raiders head coach, which he did talk about
Antonio Pierce.
There's a lot of I's in his press conference. I'm going to do this, and I'm a player's this. I. Usually when somebody's doing the I a lot, it doesn't amount to shit.
Damn, you call him just out of the Spark 2.0? Is that what you said?
Just saying. This is the first time me and your buddy Double D have actually agreed upon the same thing.
Oh man, what did Double D say?
Oh, he said this is going to be a train wreck. Nobody ever does well when it's all about I this, I that, I this.
Well, all right. I hope not. Just because McConnell and now has got to start from Purdue starter, man, and I hope it works out for him, man. They had already set down Jimmy Garoppolo. That's $11 million they got to eat.
Yep.
I imagine Jimmy Garoppolo. He might be a backup next year with the coach. You never know, man. Get Jimmy G out here, down at Capitol Square. You know what I'm saying? Down there.
No, he'd be Westfield. He's man. Westfield Cardinal with those looks.
But absolutely. But listen, man, yeah, all these teams doing business at the nighttime, man. I'm like free, and I wake up at 3:30 in the morning and find out James Harden, John McDaniels got fired, James Harden got traded. This is crazy.
3 a.m., John. We got to start studying a lot. I'm nervous what's going to happen tonight at 3 a.m. What are we going to get at 3 a.m. tonight with it? But
Andy Davis traded. Andy Davis traded to the Bulls.
Yeah. Chase, speaking of trades, Chase Young was traded from the Commanders to the 49ers. 49ers are bolstering that defense a little bit.
So I actually went through?
Yes.
Man, I remember I text you over this. Didn't I text you and said, "Do the Steelers get in on that?"
I wish.
And I don't. How many? How expensive was it though? Chase Young would be a nice name, but he's often injured.
Yeah, but
that's what I would say. Like Steelers ain't gonna give up. Man, hey, if you had told me a 4th round pick,
a 3rd round pick,
4th round pick. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
Eventually, San Francisco is gonna lose their mind because unless they got another playing quarterback. We all know Justin Fields ain't gonna be playing in Chicago next year, right? But I don't know. San Francisco giving away the future, man, with all these picks.
Everybody's losing their mind on the 49ers. Brock Purdy had a bad game. Obviously, I have him in fantasy football, so I noticed, but everybody's worried now. The 49ers have lost 3 straight. They're going into a bye week. I don't, the talking heads on ESPN are all freaking out. Oh, my God. I think they're fine. We'll let them get Debo back. I think this 49ers team is just fine. They're panicking for no reason. Bengals are getting back into form. That's what exactly. Joey B and them are getting this team back into form.
Yeah, we got to remember, Brandon, and we'll probably pick Tanner's brain, because I know he watches the San Francisco 49ers a little bit more intimately than you or I. But we got to remember, man, how many games in the season now?
17.
People you're going to hit a wall. If they ever get a team that's even close to 16-0, I'll be shocked. You know what I mean? But nah, man, this is what you're gonna expect out of a good team. You said they're going on a bye. I expect them coming out of the bye to be back into their winning ways.
Yeah. Dolphins beat Patriots, Jets beat the Giants in a wild game where it was just pitiful, where there's like maybe only 3 passes that were completed in that game. Looks very, very trashy. Like Seahawks, man, leading the NFC West, 24-20 win over the Brownies. Detroit Lions, John, we said the Lions would probably get back on track. They did 26-14 over the Raiders. They got easily on track. John, Bears, back to dead. Chargers, I know you hate the Chargers. That's your publicly number 1, but Chargers beat the Bears 30-13. And probably the shocker of the week, Broncos destroy the Chiefs. Broncos country, let's ride.
I think it was that snow, man. Everybody, you know it's coming. Everybody knows the snow is coming, right? You just don't want to see it in October. So Brandon, when I saw the flurries yesterday, I started cussing. And everybody knows I try to stop cussing a long time ago, right? But it's hard. I think the flurries, you don't want to see flurries in October. And I think that kind of played a part into Kansas City's demise.
Broncos country, let's ride.
My question for the Chiefs, John, I know they're fine, but I sent you the video. Is there going to be a little bit of a, not confusion, but distraction with this Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing? Just because all I'm just saying is Kelce had a very bad game for him. And on Friday night, on the week of the game, Friday night, the day before you travel to Denver, you're flying out Friday night to Houston, going to Arlington for the World Series game. And then you're going out to the bars after that. And then you're flying back overnight red-eye Saturday morning back to Kansas City, and then getting on a flight from there to Denver with the team. Travis may be doing too much, man. I'm surprised he was able to go to the game.
You said it. Too much. He has to remember that she's a multimedia star. You know what I'm saying? So this is what is expected of her. You are a football star. Yes, you go transcontinental, Europe. They go fly here, they go fly there. But like you ain't, you are expected to bang them up against, the defensive lineup, the Chicago Bears, and the Detroit Lions not. Bang against the, the daggone Rob Ripple downtown, Meridian or whatever party scene you might have, man.
I'm not against it, but you got to. It's just not a bad move.
Like, I didn't think it's so. I remember I thought somebody compared this to Nick Lachey.
Ooh, okay.
And not Nick Lachey, What's the homie when he was dating when she was dating the quarterback, the homie from
Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson.
Yeah. I'm Nick Lachey. That's Nick Lachey's ex, right? But
you were on the right track.
We had to speed up on the 2000s pop culture real quick, y'all. But like, nah, man. I remember when that was. I didn't think it was gonna get to this. I was like, nah. She's gonna stay in her lane. They're gonna make sure they show up at like Sunday games, show up with mom. I didn't know he was gonna try to hang out with man. Come on, we can't with that. Taylor Swift is like gotta be here, and she gotta perform. But this is expected of like Travis Kelce. I get this is your girlfriend. You want to keep close ties, but like, bro, you got the field. We haven't got to that point yet, man. But I see what you're saying, Brandon.
Yeah, I just think
it might get to that point.
I think optical did not look good. Because I was like,
right.
Now if it was a home game, like say it was the Kansas City Royals, all right, yeah, cool, I'm fine with it. Like, is what it is,
Right.
But as coach, GM, even fans for Kansas City, you're like, what? It's Friday night. What the hell is he doing? What's he doing in Texas for the World Series game up in the suite and drinking, all that stuff? Is like, dude, we gotta. And who knows? NFL players do whatever, right? I mean, they're big boys, they're adults,
right.
But it's also a professional job where you're getting paid millions. So you think you need to get your mind, get your body right, and you're already going to be on other flights. So would we have been saying this if he would have had a good game? Who knows? But optics just did not look good in that situation. That's all I'm saying. So
they'll get together, man. They'll get together. I think we know the Chiefs go get together, man. They'll get their bye week in front of them. And they're not right. They're not at DEFCON 4, but they're definitely at a DEFCON where I see like two important parts of the offense and the team success for this to become an issue.
Yep, absolutely. Let's do our pick 'em, John, for the NFL for this week. Week number 9.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth.
Oh, thanks,
All right.
thanks, Roy Hipper. By the way, shout out Roy Hipper back in Indiana last week. Revved up the Indy car. So,
yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to him. First game tomorrow night, Titans and Steelers in Pittsburgh. John, first time in 3 weeks, I'm taking the Steelers.
After you saw what Will Levis served up,
I was impressed.
You better put some respect on Will Levis, mayonnaise drinking, coffee drinking name. Give me the Titans.
Oh, go figure. I mean, we're by the way, our stats for
terrible pal.
Our stats this past week straight up and pick 'em, John. I went 12-4. I had a great week. 12-4. You went 10-6. Overall, I'm 74-50. You are 68-56 on the season. So, I wish my college record or my NFL record for pick 'em was as good. I wish my college one because I had a bad college week. So, but let's go ahead and get pick 'em. Second game, John, and this is going to piss Jonathan Birdsong off, people. So be prepared. DEFCON 1.
No, it's not.
Dolphins versus the Chiefs, and I believe it's in Germany at 9:30 Sunday morning.
Geez, I'll be up for it. I ain't got to work. I'll be up for it, man. I laugh at it because I'll be making sausage and bacon. You know what I mean? People, I'm waiting for church to come on, and here these fools are playing international football. Nobody gives a damn, right? I'm going the other way. Give me who's playing the Chiefs and Dolphins? Give me the Dolphins.
Okay, I'm taking the Chiefs. Now, don't be surprised, John. I think Taylor Swift's starting her international tour as well. So maybe Kelsey will fly from one country to another while he's over there and to her concerts.
This is time they break up over in Germany.
Vikings without Kirk Cousins against the Falcons, who benched Desmond Ridder.
Man, that was sad.
They put Taylor Heineke in. So Vikings at Falcons. John, what do you like?
This is the game. Who's trying to lose the most, right? Who's trying to draft number 3? Give me the Vikings. Like I said, they're not trying to lose.
Okay. Well, I don't think the Falcons are trying to lose, John. The Falcons are right now tied for first in the division. So I'm taking the Falcons in this game. I'm going to take them at home against the Vikings. I don't think Josh Dobbs is going to get it turned around that quick in Minnesota. Give me Heineke, who's been in the system. He's been proven. He's won games before. I'll take the Falcons in that. A good game on hopefully be a good game on Sunday. 5-2 Seahawks at the 6-2 Ravens. I like the Ravens at home. I think it's going to be a close game. I'll take Baltimore.
Yeah, so the Ravens are trying to get back so that they don't get too far back and behind the surging Bengals and and the Steelers are still trying to hold on, right? So yeah, it should make sense that nobody. Yeah, give me the Ravens.
Cardinals 1-7 at the Browns 4-3. I'll take the Browns with or without Deshaun Watson. I think the Browns may beat the Cardinals, even if Kyler plays.
Brandon, we still ain't had his first tie yet, man.
Is this it?
We haven't had a tie. This is smelling. I mean, this is smelling like a tie.
Okay, John Lamberto
smell like a tie.
Taking the tie. I'm taking the Brownies. He's taking a tie. Rams at Packers. John, the Jordan Love experience is not working out in Green Bay. Trouble.
I was high on it. Yeah, I was high on the first couple of games, man. He's having bad. The way defenses are getting more complex, right? He's having bad. I mean, that's what it is. Like, if you want to go Pro Bowl, play the Packers, right? You know what I mean? You get your numbers up. But no, in all seriousness, man, yeah, it's still a learning curve with Jordan Love. So with that being said, give me the Rams.
I'm gonna take the Rams as well in this one. Buccaneers at Texans. John, I like the Texans. Texans in an upset here. Texans are. I know they lost a bad one last week. Who'd they end up losing to? Give me a second here. Who did they lose to last week?
You looked that up.
Lost to the Panthers.
With Tampa Bay. Yeah, they lost to the Panthers, man. That was horrible, man. I mean, I thought Frank Reich was going to get fired, too. Not just Josh McDaniels. Frank Reich, too.
Oh, he might. He still might.
You said what else?
He still might. You never know.
Yeah, I'm going with Tampa Bay, man. Put respect on Baker Mayfield. And Tampa's pretty good at running the ball, so I like Tampa.
Okay. Commanders at the Patriots. I like the Patriots somehow. I don't know how, but I like the Patriots in this game.
Man, this is horrible. This y'all be the daggone Hula Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is worse than the Stinger Bowl. The Guardians gave away half their team. They traded away
Commanders.
Dang on, man, I mess it up every time. Yeah. They traded away the DB to the Bears. Like they man, that's kind of bad trade, man. Like they could have just got a DB. They traded a third rounder. Man, the Bears, who's running the organization, Brandon? That's a whole nother show, man. Man, we're gonna get in trouble with the Bears fans, man. But as far as this game is concerned, man, like I said, the Commanders have given away everything. Except for Sam Howell. He's the bright spot in that cloudy that they have. But and I know the Patriots is a hot mess. Don't stress. But I give the edge. Brandon, they already talking about my man gonna get fired. The head coach for the Commanders. So yeah, give me the Patriots. This might be a game they win by 13 points.
Bears and Saints. John, I'll continue my tradition. Give me the Saints over the Bears.
Damn. They can't get right, Brandon.
Nope.
What's the problem? Offensive line, no connectivity. Can't run the ball, no connectivity. Defense.
They just made a trade for a defensive guy.
They just signed like 3 dudes from the Philadelphia Eagles defense last year. Two dudes. And remember, they got the kid from Georgia. Did they not?
Yep.
In the trade. They ain't got no man defense ain't worth a dog. And Eberflus, send him all back to the city, fire him when they fired Frank Reich too, man. They can all be on the sideline together.
Okay. Damn.
So what happened to the man? This was supposed to be better, and it wasn't, man. So I'm going the other way. There's no way they're beating the Saints. So give me the Saints.
The 4:05 game on Sunday, Colts at the Panthers. John.
Frank Reich getting fired. This is gonna be the game. Right here. Frank Reich getting fired. Give me the Colts. Don't you take the pick up. Dude, don't do it. You can't be serious. They can't even get in the end zone. They won a game. How many field goals did they kick last week? 5?
Yeah. I'll take the Colts here.
If Shaq Leonard can't beat up this
he ain't gonna do
man,
anything.
come on.
I'll take the Colts. I'll take the Colts, but let me see some sack from Frank Wright against this team.
Like you want to take the Carolina Panthers?
I mean, I do. I want the Frank Wright revenge games. What I want, but I think the Colts do because I don't know if Frank's got the sack.
To have some edge to beat the Colts.
Yeah, he don't have the edge.
He beat the Colts.
He might take you to brunch, but that's about it. Giants at the Raiders. 2 dumpster fires. John.
What is going on? Can I change the tie?
You can add a tie if you want. You want to do 2?
No, man, we can't do 2 ties, bro. Give me the Giants, man. At least they can run the ball, right? Apparently.
I'm going to take the Raiders here. Give me Aiden O'Connell. Air it out, 300 yards. Get a touchdown to Devontae. I think they win. The other 4 o'clock game, John, the first 2 are stinkers with the Colts game and the Giants Raiders. The 4:25 one, this is going to be a big one. NFC East on the line. Cowboys at the Eagles. Who do you like?
This is a big game. This is a big game.
Huge.
This is a game. This is a game that even if Zach Prescott pisses down his leg, he can't piss down his leg, man. Not at home. You can't piss down your leg. If he's listening,
It's on the road.
he can't.
It's at Philly.
Is that Philly?
It's at Philly.
I thought you said it was at Dallas.
Nope. Cowboys at Eagles.
Is that Philly? It's coming. Oh man, they got a good enough offense, man. Can they not piss down their leg though? Can they not piss down their leg? Can he not throw an interception, Brandon? That's what's gonna come down to. That's what, because it's gonna be close. But I'm gonna take. I don't believe in them, man. That's why I'm taking the Eagles, man. The Eagles will win, and I know we don't do points. The Eagles will win by like less than 4 points.
Okay.
Because he's gonna throw an interception.
I'm going to take the Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboys need this game more than Philly does. Cowboys
They do.
need this game. They're bad. Like, not just because, we'll be tied with the Eagles, but Philly knows where they're going to be. Philly knows where they're going to be for the playoffs, all that, yada, yada. Dallas doesn't. I hate to say it, but, I mean, that black shadow is right over their shoulder, and they keep looking back because they know from those past experiences. So for me, I'm going to take the more desperate team in this that has to play the great game. Give me Dallas. Hey, if you can't nut up and show up here, coming off a bye week, or not a bye week, but you had a nice, impressive win last week, scoring 43. Hey, nut up and shut up. Let's do it right here. Give me Dallas in this one. I don't like it, but
he's not going to be Dak. He's not going to be Dak. He's going to be Zach Prescott until he gets the job done, and then I give him his D back. Dak.
All right.
Zach Prescott.
Sunday night football. We're going to have Najee on Sunday night football. Najee, I'm here listening about DeMar Hamlin. I'm going to probably hear that name about 1,000 effing times. But Bills at the Bengals, Sunday night football.
They getting zipped, man. Give me the Bengals. They getting zipped. The Buffalo Bills ain't ish. Give me the Bengals. I'm
gonna riz up the Bengals myself, so I'll riz up. I'll take Cincy in this one over Buffalo. Buffalo's gonna go to 5-4. That defense is still struggling. The defense is still hurting, and I don't know if there's a cure for that. So, and then Monday Night Football, John. Oh, what a great Monday Night Football game! Give me 2 weeks in a row. Give me the Chargers on prime time at the Jets.
Stop it. Zach, man, Jets pretty got good defense, man. I'm not believing in that on the road, though, Brandon. I'm not, man. Give me the Jets. I'm going all the way.
Give me the Chargers. Chargers need it. Hopefully they'll play better on the road for once. Give me the Chargers on the road. Your four bye teams this week are Denver, Jacksonville, Detroit, and the 49ers. So 3 great teams on the road or on the bye week. That's why you've got some shitty matchups this week. So unfortunately. Next week we've got 4 more bye weeks, and it's even worse. Chiefs, Dolphins, and Eagles are all 3 on byes. And, John, your favorite Monday Night Football next week? Let me just get you prepped. Actually, buddy, let me get you prepped because we have the Chargers and Jets on Monday Night Football. And you had the Chargers the previous week on Sunday Night Football. Well, next week on Sunday night, you have the Jets at the Raiders next Sunday night. And Monday night, you get
the Raiders?
Yeah. And then you get the Broncos at the Bills on Monday.
Maybe it'll be snowing. You know, they would have that, you know, that Buffalo where it gets crazy. Blizzard. Not blizzard, because like that becomes, you know, tricky for the fans. But like, you know, it'll make for good TV or good, you know what I'm saying, game drama if it snows, man. But I get what you're saying, man. Yeah, those are some games that you don't necessarily have marked on your primetime viewing calendar at all. Where those teams are at.
Right. John, you got some prime viewing tonight, my man. 10 o'clock on ESPN this evening. You get to see Playoff P against Street Clothes.
I guess you got LA versus LA.
LA versus LA. I think James Harden. I think he's playing tonight. Maybe. I haven't seen it
Well,
officially.
which is awkward, man. Go to Sports Illustrated. Anybody, saying got access, go to Sports Illustrated's Twitter, Instagram, whatever, man. Did James Harden walk in when he met
That was
Westbrook?
so awkward.
It's all weird, man. Yeah, it's weird. Westbrook, I mean, they're talking about, they almost kind of talking in gangster code, like street gangster code, but they're basketball players, so they might be talking like what they used to be, like, when they were kids in like the neighborhood, but like, it was real awkward, man. Westbrook was like, man, you stay on your side of the locker room. He did say that.
Yeah.
He said that. You know what I mean? So it's weird. Kawhi Leonard, from what I saw, wasn't there. And Terrence Mann didn't flinch.
He did. He stayed on that phone, didn't he?
Here's the new guy. Yeah, here's the new. I mean, and like Westbrook. I mean, excuse me, James Harden's MVP. We ain't just talking about a regular guy. And I get it that, we all know, everybody kind of contemplates from podcast to podcast, and he's saying, like, he ain't who he is, like, but Terrence Mann, he didn't, he's like, all right, man, he kept his hoodie on, he's like, I'm ready to practice, I don't give a damn. Is he going to play? And that's kind of where I'm at with it, too. Right? Is he going to play?
Well, Terrence Mann's pissed off. He's going to lose some shots. That ball's not going to be able to pass around enough.
Yeah, that's a lot of fast play. They're going to be playing real small. I think they're going to be able to win games for sure, man. There ain't no way James Harden. Nobody ever said he couldn't play basketball. That'd just be crazy to say, right? But can he play winning basketball, and can he be dependent upon, to help the team win? That's going to remain the same. I like you when you point to the ESPN quote unquote experts, man. I tap into some of that crap. I also listen to my own personal opinion, man. What I see, man. Like, some of those folks think that Kawhi Leonard can take this team far. I'm like, I don't know. I think that's the reason why they have another quote-unquote all-star MVP, because they know Kawhi Leonard can't, his knees are horrible. So the summer here has got to get it done.
Yeah.
There ain't no excuses. You can't say that Westbrook is a bad player. We know he's limited in what he can do, Harden, but like, they're still all great players in their own as individual. Can they get it all together? Can they get it done? Can they win games? I say yes to all that. Can they win a championship? Man, please. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Before we go to the next NBA topic, John, I'm chomping at the bit, so I want you to give me one, and I'm going to give you one. John, give me a WWF trivia question.
Oh, man.
Give me one.
Curveball. All right, man. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
What basketball star was tombstoned by Kane at WrestleMania 14? What?
It was a baseball. It was Pete Rose.
Yeah. That's it.
And it happened twice. It happened back-to-back years.
Huh?
And it happened. He did it both years, 14 and 15. Both WrestleManias.
I feel like that was too easy for you, man.
Yeah, it was too easy. Too easy. Give me another.
Okay. What Chicago radio personality appeared at the 1997 Slammy Awards? Chicago radio personality.
Ooh. Shit, I got to go back to the Slammies.
If not, tip it. Okay, now, you trade in this one. Or you want to trade in a different question?
Yeah, trade in, because I don't know, Harry Carey? Shit, that's the only one I can think of. That's a Chicago
Nah,
guy.
it was Madcap. It was Madcap.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Give me one more.
In which Olympic trial did Ken Shamrock compete?
Trials, right? Trials. 94?
Olympic trial, Ken Shamrock. What year?
94?
Nah.
88. Okay.
1988.
Okay, that makes sense.
Remember, 94, he was in WWE.
No, he wasn't there yet. He wasn't there yet.
Wrestling. No, you're right. He didn't start wrestling until 97 for WWE.
Yeah.
He was a professional wrestler.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was on the circuit.
Let me give you one, John.
98.
Let me give you a WCW one.
Man, that's right. Right. Let's go.
On February 20th, 1994, at Super Brawl 4, WCW heavyweight champion Ric Flair successfully defended his title in a Thunderdome cage match. Who was his opponent?
In the Thunderdome?
Yep, in 94.
Terry Funk.
You want to try again?
In the Thunderdome?
Yep, 1994.
If it ain't Terry Funk, in 94, Hulk Hogan.
Not he didn't find him in a Thunderdome. The late Ray Traylor was the boss man, was the special referee for this match.
Okay, so Boss Man was the referee?
Yep.
In 94, then in the Thunderdome, in 94,
Because this guy was supposed to start an angle with Sid Vicious, but Sid was terminated because he stabbed Arn Anderson with a pair of scissors multiple times, so they canned his ass. And he went back.
It was a thing?
Nope. It's time. It's time. It's
he beat Vader.
Vader time.
He beat Vader in the Thunderdome?
Yeah. Okay. That was maybe a little bit harder.
Go back and watch
Let me give you one more.
I should know that.
Let's see. Let me find a good
Because they
one.
had, man, that's all kind of backstory on that one.
Yeah.
Vader thought he was going to drop the title. He thought he was going to have a long program with Hulk Hogan. They made him drop that title to Ric Flair.
Okay, here you go. Rick Rude defeated Sting for the U.S. title, WCW U.S. title, on November 19th, 1991. Who became the champion after the belt was vacated because Rick Rude was injured? He won a tournament. Nope. He won a tournament to become champion.
No. That title was already gone. Who won the U.S. title tournament?
93.
After Rick. What year?
1993, January 11th.
Oh, man. Dustin Rhodes.
You got it. There you go, my man. Nice.
Yeah,
and last one, it's an easy one for you. What was World Championship Wrestling's equivalent to WrestleMania?
Oh, Starcade.
Yep. Well done. See, I'll give you an easy one there.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy, man. That's good. Okay, I got some more for y'all, man. So, that's cool, man. Yeah, we just had to stick that in real quick.
Yeah. There's some questions here. I have no clue with WCW. Like, I have no idea. By the way, WCW. John, I was texting you last night. I was watching the cage match with Piper and Hogan at Havoc, and then Macho came in. And then the fan, John. The fan that jumped into the cage and then just got his ass handed to him by Hogan and Savage. My God. Just hey, he was a stinger. He had the Sting face paint on. He just got that ass handed to him by them. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I love that, John. I love those trivia questions. So I'm looking forward to more of those, and we'll do that. World Series, John. Rangers are up 3-1. They continue to win on the road. They can close it out tonight in Arizona. I have a future that I put on the Rangers before the playoffs started at plus 400. So I'm hoping that kind of hits tonight. We can go ahead and just call that a dub. So looking forward to that as well. I had a note on here, John, about Sting and Goldberg. Do you want to?
Oh, man, we supposed to talk about Sting.
Yeah.
Because Goldberg, he was like, he lost the Sting, whatever.
I didn't realize you hate Kevin Nash that much. Holy cow.
No, man, Kevin Nash, like, I get it, man. He did a lot of good things for the business, for the guys in the background. He brought in, he negotiated. And it made them have to negotiate with other performers, like guaranteed contracts and that type of stuff, like, and big money, and parts of the house and like all that stuff, man, right?
Yep.
The big Hollywood type stuff, man, to try to get wrestlers paid. However, man, he was bad for business when he went over and became Diesel as champ. That was when they had their lowest ratings and their lowest house attendance. When Diesel was the champ, these are facts. This is the truth, right? You know what I'm saying? When he came over, it was a huge pop. When he came back over, when he was, Kevin Nash, when he came out with Razor, with Scott Hall. But, like, Brandon, do you remember any memorable wrestling matches that they ever had?
Nope.
With, like, other than they had big spots. They would come out, beat up Eric Bischoff, put him through the table. They would come out, beat up WCW, put whatever. But, like, do you remember any Kevin Nash, like, great match in WCW? I can't say that I have, man. So, like, when he got the book, the power, like to call matches and whatnot, he put himself over Goldberg.
Yeah.
Like, man, they built up Goldberg. Goldberg had the streak. He was undefeated U.S. champ. He was U.S. champ, beat the hell out of Hulk Hogan on a Monday Night Raw.
Finger poke of doom.
On a Monday Night Nitro. Yeah, he beat him for free. Like,
Yeah.
that was on a pay-per-view. He beat Hulk Hogan. Like, we all saw it, right? And then the streak continued as him as the world champ. They let him wrestle Sting, like you said. He beat Sting clean. You know, I think he beat Sting clean twice.
He did.
Which is like, man, like that. That's a big, because Sting is the WCW, like the reverence that you have for Bret Hart is the same kind of reverence that I, on that side of the yard, and like I have for Sting on WCW, because like Sting came through the WCW farm system. Like he's pure WCW, right? But my point is, when it kind of came like Kevin Nash said, all right, man, you gotta lay down, and that was the finish of the match. Like they had a legit, like, you know, back and forth, but then it didn't make sense though. Kevin Nash, you wasn't that over. So like, man, I appreciate Kevin Nash for what he's done. He's kind of like, man, like, think about it though, Brand. Like, I'm gonna tell you his pecking order. Like he ain't Shawn Michaels important. As far as he's not, and he ain't. And when you know what I'm saying, as far as like when he was with Shawn Michaels and before DX and all that, he's not that. He ain't that guy, and he ain't Triple H. And really, who was really over in the NWO? Who made the NWO? Scott Hall, and then when Hulk Hogan came over, Kevin Nash kind of was in the man. Come on, man. That's how I kind of see Kevin Nash.
Okay.
Sorry, man. He chopped up the Undertaker's coffin that one time.
What's your thoughts on AEW with Sting going to be retiring in the next pay-per-view?
He needs to, man. It's hard watching Sting do the cowboy crap, the stuntman stuff that he used to do, and he's like, you know what I'm saying, 15 years, 20 years my senior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sting pushing damn near almost he's pushing, late 60s. And like, remember when he used to jump off a balcony or jump off, you know what I'm saying, all the things he do in wrestling ring, that was one thing, but then he had extras, you know what I'm saying, spiraling off the top of the, you know what I'm saying, top of the roof or whatever.
Right.
Like, he's still trying to do those things, and they're like, nah, man, it's not safe. So, like, he ain't got nothing to prove to me. He's one of the great top performers we ever seen, man, and, like, I'll probably tune into that pay-per-view just to watch him to sign off.
You want me to give you my my main hot take I always have, John? You already know what it is. Who I feel is overrated? It's Rey Mysterio, man. Overrated. Not a fan. Not a fan. And I challenge all Mysterio stands to come out on Twitter after me. Come on after me.
Damn, Rey Mysterio is overrated. You said this?
Come on, man. He had a good WCW time.
You didn't like his WWE?
He didn't move the needle for me, man. He didn't move the needle. Biggest thing he ever did. Biggest thing he ever did was get thrown into a semi-trailer. That's about the only thing he did.
That was in WCW. You didn't like. You liked the. He had a good match. He had a good program with Eddie, but that was all the time. He also had a good program with Kurt Angle, right? I thought he had a pretty good match with Batista.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he won the Royal Rumble that one year. So, I mean, he didn't move the needle for me, man. To each their own, right?
I got you.
So.
I got you.
What was I going to say? We got T's going to call in here momentarily. He actually may be on hold. I don't know. I guess I need to get my computer screen to the right screen. No, we got D-Cop, though. We'll take D-Cop for a few minutes before Tanner calls in. D-Cop.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
Good. You?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm good, man.
You was on the floor, man. You got to tell us about these Pacers, man. Versus
that's what I'm calling, man. So here's my take on the first game I witnessed in person this evening, right? Absolutely more talent for sure, more explosive. What I noticed in the second quarter was they were jumping Halliburton and getting the ball out of his hand. And I told my sidekick in the second quarter, I said, they got to get another ball handler in there, a guard. I said, because they're not going to get in their offense and in time. And I said, as the game's going to go, he's going to wear out. And I said, they're going to miss shots in the fourth quarter. I swear to God, I said that. And as it happened. They didn't put in McTryhard, and Nimhard just doesn't seem like it. So I don't know if he's got some stuff going on or not. He doesn't seem like he's got that fire that he had last year. Now, granted, it's early in the season, but I don't see what I saw last year. And then that third quarter came, and fourth quarter, so I missed a couple of shots. And then in the fourth quarter came, I'd be willing to bet you if they took 15 threes, 10 of them were rushed. And that was a recipe for disaster. They talked about, well, they just got cold in the fourth quarter. They didn't get cold. Billy Donovan out-coached, overrated as Rick Carlisle. And I'm serious. If you go back and watch it, they jumped Halliburton. He had to get rid of that ball, and he's getting the ball to Bruce. He's getting the ball to turn a couple times, and even my second year guy from Arizona, which I was disappointed in, how he complains about every call. It seems like Bogle was on the sidelines making it okay. The referee number 42 called 3 back-to-back fouls on him. I want to say it was in the third quarter. Hands up in the air, complaining every call. The only one call that wasn't a foul was the third one, and he just deserved that because the ref was tired of it. We can't have that, man. They're too talented and they're too good, and they should have beat their Chicago team. To me, their guard play is not very strong. But I just think they got out coached because they jumped Halliburton and they got the ball out of his hand.
I didn't even get to watch it.
That's my take on that game.
I had to listen to it because Bally Sports sucks.
Check this out. I'm not a video game person, but Cott Jr. came over with the girls on Sunday and said, Dad, all you got to do is get the app, put it on your Xbox. He said, I've got all the games. He said, there's no subscription. And I don't know if it's bootleg or what, because, I think you guys said, hey, give me a link. So I'm getting me an Xbox. I don't play video games, right? But I'm getting me an Xbox this weekend, man. And the Wi-Fi got her.
Pacers don't pay no bills around here.
Yeah, say it again, Diddy.
I said it's all good. The Pacers don't pay no bills around here.
Man, I was disappointed, man. I was like, you mean to tell me, man, how long did you know this? I said,
no, man, Valley Sports got
$20 a month.
Yeah, we do Valley Sports a favor. Yeah, we do Valley Sports a favor just by mixing them over the Crossroads Sports Airways. But like, I damn near want to tweet out like they need to put the Pacers back on WRTV Channel 4, local.
Man,
29.
The good old days, right? Gary Baker. Yeah, Gary Baker on the radio, right?
Right. Put Jamie on right after with treble clef too, man. But listen, the Pacers gotta get back to fan friendly, and $19.99 per month, where it ain't nothing. But I think it's more just Pacer content. But
ain't enough.
The game's I'm good.
Yeah, it ain't it ain't what you want, man. So like they gotta come up with something better than that.
No, not at all.
Especially if the damn thing doesn't even work.
Well, was it? Exactly, right? So, but two last things on the Pacers, right? I like what I saw in Obi Toppin. Athletic guy, seems like he's ready to make a point and prove a point. And I think the beneficiary will be not only the Pacers organization, but the fans, because he had a nice putback dunk that was really nice, and he runs the floor well. But then overrated coach again, didn't play him much in the second half. So who knows what this coach is going on? Maybe he's got some stuff going on there, but just disappointing in my view. They got Boston tonight. When I got to go upstairs and look at my wife's Xbox so I can watch the game because I'm not doing badly, unfortunately. But we'll see. I'm just serious, man.
You're not missing much.
It's not going to happen, man. No, well, don't tell me about it. Lastly, I was downtown with the game. Man, that setup is really nice. Brandon, you were right. The setup is nice, and they're really preparing big for the All-Star game, which I won't be attending. I won't be anywhere near downtown for that whole weekend because I like basketball. If I want to go to N1, I can go to West Montgomery Park or Washington Park in the good old days and watch that type of basketball. So no thanks. I won't be anywhere near that place at all. No way.
It's going back to the East-West. It's going back to the traditions, man.
Man, but still, I haven't watched an All-Star. No thanks, man.
Hey, here's my over-under. What's the over-under for NBA players?
No, I don't do gimmicks either. No gimmicks. They can keep the damn gimmick because you know what? The reason why they're going gimmick because there's something wrong. People are tired of seeing guys fall on the floor without being touched. People are tired of seeing guys play 50 games, sit on the sidelines like my man did for Phoenix last night, that ugly ass jacket on. The dude came from Washington, sitting laughing and having fun, like he's enjoying the game while we're watching the game, and he could be out there playing. So no, man, I don't do gimmicks, and I'm not watching any of it, and I don't give a damn about the floor because I'm gonna be at the game Friday night, right? I'll be there Friday, Saturday,
That
and
floor
Monday.
sucks.
Monday we got Wimbignana. Say again.
That floor sucks.
Well, yeah, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick too. The floor is a gimmick. The whole damn thing's a gimmick. The hell with it. I'm telling you, that's gonna be my time to work some overtime and get some things done for work stuff, man.
Oh, here's your
the hell with that.
Here's your thing, Bali Sports. Pacers. This is game number 2 where the goddamn app doesn't work, so can't watch the game for a second night in a row.
Shocking. Well, shocked. Yeah. No, that Valley's a gimmick. The play-in tournament is a gimmick, and the damn floor is a gimmick. Keep your gimmick. No thanks, man. You know, and that's just disappointing, man. And I know that my buddy will be like, oh, no, it's great for the NBA. No, it's not. It's a gimmick because they know they're missing things. And they're turning fans off by players not playing with their Ben mad. I love Ben. I told you I saw my casino a few weeks ago. And love Ben's game. But you can't, after every call, throw your hands up, walk towards the officials as if you did nothing wrong. You just can't do that.
So D-Cot.
Yes, sir.
D-Cot. So if they come up with an AI hologram, Slick Leonard, you're not gonna be down with that?
Listen, let me tell you something. If they do a Slick Leonard anything, or Mel Daniels, by the way, because unfortunately we lost Mel on November 30th, 2015. I remember that vividly. It was on Friday. It was a tough day. Mel was one of the kindest ex-Pacers, probably next to Darnell Hillman. I still got a picture of him with me coming out the elevator. We were going down, we were on the floor, and it was lovely, man. Spending time with him. He was more happy taking a picture with me than I was with him. So anything to do with Mel Daniels or Slick, I'm there.
Okay.
I'm in. I'm all in, man. I know you guys are pressed. I don't want to talk football because I don't want Brandon to make me feel bad about myself. But it's going to be a great weekend of football, and we'll talk about it next week. How's that fair? Is that fair, Brandon?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Hey, go Steelers, man. You guys take care, all right?
See ya.
All right. D-Cot.
Yep, we got D-Cot. And then now we got to get our guy.
It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing.
The Rolex wearing Tanner Penrod. T, welcome back.
What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
Not much. Yourself? By the way, just for our picks, so everybody knows, Jonathan, since you decided not to text back and give us an answer, I automatically gave you Ball State in tonight's game with me and Tanner.
Yep,
Jonathan?
You gave me Ball State? What if I wanted?
Too damn bad.
Man,
I
come
texted
on,
you
man.
at 5 o'clock, said I need an answer for this game, and you never responded. So
I'm sorry, imagine. Has it started already tonight?
it started an hour ago.
Man, that's terrible, man. Because I think Bowling Green's gonna win.
Well, I can either
They're
give you
trying to get to a ball game, bud.
I can give you Ball State, or
Well,
you just no pick for you, and you're one less pick than us.
I'll live that. Okay, I'm feeling Bowling Green gonna win that game, bud.
Okay. So John's.
They can still win that game. Was Ball State favored, Reese?
No. Bowling Green was favored.
Yeah, John, Bowling Green can still win the game. Ball State can just cover.
Yeah.
I don't think Ball State's gonna cover. That's what I'm saying, man.
All right. So John, hold on. John, you haven't seen any of the game, correct?
I thought it was later.
So you're taking Bowling. I'll give you this. I'll let you take Bowling Green, since you haven't seen any of the game.
Super duper.
Okay. We are 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bowling Green 14, Ball State 7. So that's where we're at for that one. Bowling Green was -5. That was the odds for tonight's game. Tanner, before we get to football, first I want to talk about your 49ers. They made a trade for Chase Young. They've lost 3 in a row. People are saying Brock Purdy ain't the guy. He's fallen off. He's sucked or not. But I have him as my fantasy quarterback this year, so it's kind of been a bad run. But I don't think they're in trouble. I really don't. I think they'll be fine once they get Debo back and all. They just got Chase Young in a trade. Thoughts on Niners?
I think that's a great pickup on it. They only really had to give up like a third rounder for Chase. I know it could be a rental because he might demand more money. Obviously, he'd go somewhere, but I think it really helps both. I don't think they're really getting much pass. Everybody just double teams both of them. I mean, they weren't getting much on the up for a pass rush other than him. So, and I mean, it was really showing out in that secondary. I think they were getting exposed a little bit. They're not the team that's going to come from behind too. I don't feel like they play like that.
Uh-huh.
And even when I watch Shanahan, his play calling is normally conservative. So when you're asking Purdy to take deep shots towards the end, that's probably not his game. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm with you. I have Purdy now to deal with him. I had Cousins too. I was rocking too. I took Purdy, I think, was my last pick of the draft. And so, yeah. And with Cousins, unfortunately, with his thing, so now I'm going to be rolling with him. I have to find somebody this week. I don't even know who I want to stream this week to do that. But I think they'll be fine. They had I knew they were going to have a tough time in Minnesota trying to win that one just because it's on the road. And then they've lost, and then the kicker cost them one, and then this last week, I think the Bengals will really turn it around. I think they're really playing well too now. So I think that was just a tough spot for them. I think this bye week actually couldn't come in a better spot for them. I think the bye week was huge for them to get right here. Hopefully Debo can rested up by that. I think this bye week could have came in for a better spot for them. I mean, they got some tough games. They still go at Eagles later in the season. They got some hard games in there. By any means, I think they'll probably lose 2 more games at least. I think they lose 2 more. They might go. I don't see them going worse than 11-6. I think they're a 12-5, 11-6 type team going in the playoffs.
Okay. John actually has Tanner. Before we do we're talking wrestling, because I was telling John I just watched the other night the match with Hogan and Piper in the cage and Havoc, and the fan that was wearing the Sting paint climb over the fence and just got that ass handed to him by Hogan and Savage in the ring. So
yeah.
So John's actually got some WWF trivia that he wants to give you and me.
Okay. This is easy one, man. It's easy. Tossed up. Shawn Michaels' opponent at the King of the Ring '97 was
Undertaker, wasn't it?
The King of the Ring.
Undertaker?
Man, I haven't watched this in a long time.
He said he watched it a long time. I give you the three, but I missed on the card. Owen Hart, Mankind, or Steve Austin.
Oh, I think it was Mankind.
97.
No. Wait.
No.
97, right?
Final answer. Yeah, 97.
Yeah,
No, ladies and gentlemen, we're not Googling here. These guys are off the
No, I'm not.
Hold on.
No, I'm not even.
The Ringmaster? Was he Ringmaster in 97?
It is Steve Austin. I will allow it.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Stone Cold or Ringmaster by then.
It's on the card. You know, they probably watched the way they seen Ringmaster. It said Steve Austin, but that's who it was.
Okay. Damn. Took me 3 guesses for that.
And then Austin might have. Was that when they were still doing tournaments, and then Austin came? Is that when he started the 316?
No.
After they beat somebody else?
No, that's not when he started.
That was actually 96, so he was Stone Cold then. So he was Stone Cold for this, but no, that was
he
96.
wasn't ringmaster. He was wrestling Sean. I
Yeah.
don't know if he won.
I think this is the
probably
one where
tag
Triple H
team on
won.
whatever.
I think Triple H won the King of the Ring that year. I think. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So give me another one. Give us another,
You
John.
got another
You
one,
want another
Tom? Or is that all you have?
Who held the tag team title going into In Your House? It doesn't really tell a year. That's a bad one. I don't want to use that one.
Yokozuna and Owen Hart.
Read that was because it didn't give the year. Okay. Oh man, I love it. Who defeated the Undertaker at the King of the Ring in 1995?
Yeah, these are deep balls.
Oh,
Who defeated the Undertaker?
okay. Shit. Okay. So 95 King of the Ring, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Tanner, let's work through this together. So King Mabel won the King of the Ring tournament that
I was
year.
gonna say, I was getting ready to say Mabel.
But he won the King of the Ring. I don't know if Undertaker was in the King of the Ring tournament. I don't think he was in the tournament that year.
Yeah, he beat him.
Oh, he did. So it is King Mabel.
Yeah, he defeated the
Hell
Undertaker at the
yeah.
King of the Ring.
Love it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go Mabel there. I was like, Mabel won one of these things in there. I was getting ready to spot.
I
know this was gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard for both of us. It would be hard for me too. All right. Who was Bam Bam Bigelow's tag team partner at the King of the Ring in 1995?
Tatanka.
I don't even know. Don't they clown?
Man, no. Brandon Close is not talking. It's Diesel.
No shit. Diesel. Fake Diesel. Fake Diesel.
Yeah.
Right.
No, the real Diesel. Kevin Nash Diesel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Didn't think about that. Wow. Wow. Damn. Give us one
We
more.
have to pull some tape, man. Put it up. You say one more?
Give us one more.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, man. Oh, man, y'all don't love it. We got to get to college football.
We'll get to it.
Well, hold on, man. Let me find one more. All right, let me find the wrestling spot.
Yeah,
Who originally managed the Odyssey?
It was shit. Luna Vachon.
No, Brandon Close, no.
What?
I'll give you the original manager.
Oh.
Who's the team? Brandon, I need to know who's this team. Who's this team? Who is that?
The Oddities was like Luna Vachon. Who else was in that group?
Kurgan.
Kurgan.
Earthquake was in it.
He wasn't Earthquake, but yeah, he was somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Jackal. God damn it.
Who'd you say? The who?
The Jackal.
Was it?
The Jackal? Yeah. Because the Jackal is the one guy now, ain't he? And though he wrestles for AEW, he's a manager.
Yeah.
What's his name? Steve something. What was that Steve dude's name?
Yeah, but that's
Don Callis.
Yeah, the Jackal is. Callis.
Yeah, that's Callis. I don't know who the hell the first manager is. I thought it was Luna Vachon.
Nah, it wasn't. She's the only female in the Oddities.
It was Luna. Luna was
Not Kevin.
Wait.
Nah, that's WCW. This is WWE.
Is she okay? Let me get this. I have a name just because she was famous back then during this time. It wasn't Sable, was it?
No.
Not with the Oddities, no.
Okay.
No.
She came out. Did she manage? Yeah, you're talking about.
She also managed Mark Marrow, and Triple H. Well, Hunter Hearst.
Yeah.
I don't know. Damn.
It wasn't Terry Reynolds. No, I don't think she was with anybody.
No, she was the only.
God.
Luna was the only Oddity. But I think Brandon's thinking about she might have managed like Kurgan when he was something else.
I watched her come out managing this team. That's why I thought it was her. I have no clue, John.
No, it's the Jackal. It's him. It's Don Callis.
I thought you said a female.
Was it really?
No, she's the only female.
Okay. Don Callis. Wow.
No, she's the only. No, Don Callis, the Jacko. Yeah, he was he was their first manager, and I think after he probably got bounced to fire, they made her the manager. But yeah, he's the first manager.
Gotcha. Interesting. Didn't know that. So there we go. The more you know. All right, boys. College football. It was a bad week for me. Bad week. 4-6. It took 3/4 of the day for me to get my first win last week. I thought I was going to have a really, really bad week. I finished 4-6. I'm 43-40, so I'm still over 500, but we're surviving. We're floating. Jonathan Birdsong had a great week, 6-4. JB for a while had a one-loss record going for a bit, 6-4. So JB is now 41-42. He's one game back of 500. So JB is making a run. Tanner 5-5, 49-34-2. So we've got ground to make up. We didn't all have a winning week thanks to me. So a lot more to do. Boys, Kansas upset Oklahoma last week. The Oklahoma frauds, as they're starting to call them. USC survived Cal. Cal went for that 2-point conversion late.
They're terrible.
They went late. I won a big parlay last week, Tanner.
You said they're terrible. You want a big parlay, Brandon?
I did. I had Cal plus 10. I had, who all did I have in that bet? Let me look it up while we're talking here. Give me a second. Who the hell did I have? Because I was gonna do money lines and I decided not to. I went spreads, but I had 3. Oh, I had Kansas plus 8.5. I had Cal plus 10, and the other one I had was Rice plus 10. So Kansas won outright. Rice lost by 2. They were down 27-7 at halftime. I thought it was dead. They were down by 20 at half. And then I had Cal who came back there. So, yeah, one nice little 3-team parlay there. It was $11 to win 87.
Got a boy.
So took
I just
$3.
got back from Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas for 24 hours.
Jesus.
Literally went on Monday, came back on Tuesday.
Did you fire
left up about
McDaniels while you're there?
left up? Yeah, I did. Left up about $2,000 in 24 hours. Said, see you later, Vegas. First time I've ever won in that place.
Nice. What took you there? Just to kind of get out there? Just to get out there?
A buddy was out there for a work thing, so he's like, hey, come out here, man. You don't have to pay really anything. Just get out here. As long as you get out here, I got everything else.
You didn't give Vegas your data, did you? Your personal information?
Nope.
He says, nope, not this time.
You didn't run it to Eddie Kelsey or Taylor Swift, did you?
Nah, my Halloween was in full throttle out there. You did people.
Hey, fellas, is the era finally over in Clemson? Can we go ahead and close the book on him?
Oh yeah, he's probably done.
You see, he yelled at that kid on the radio show.
What did he do?
He yelled at a kid on his radio show.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
He said, if you think you can, what did he say, John? He says, if you think you can coach the team, why don't you go ahead and apply for the job? Be my guest. See if you can do better.
Right. I'm like, dude, you still the head coach, man. They still got you on contract.
Yeah. So.
You know what I mean? Like, Dabo can't be that. Like, I get it, man. The job is pressurized. I get it, man. And, like, media, you're not supposed to be listening to that, though, Dabo. Remember, tell the kids don't listen to that. So he's got to get more. You got to start practicing what he preaching and start, you know what I'm saying, living with the. I get what you're going to say. Because, that now that's a hard recruiting trip.
Yeah.
How can I recruit A-level talent? How can I recruit A-level talent when I'm alienating youth? Like, people want to come, like when you understand me, man, like, that was cool. Like, and you already got knocked against you because you don't necessarily believe in NIL, you know what I'm saying, and all that.
Yeah, he's got to adapt to Paris, because if he doesn't like the NIL, he's going to adapt to Paris.
Tanner, let me give you the swamp set of it. So a man named Tyler called in from Spartanburg to confront him about the 4-4 record and lost to NC State. The caller spoke for about 2.5 minutes,
Right.
saying Dabo's recent comments about the team's performance reminded him of Sweeney's predecessor, Tommy Bowden. And then he questioned why Clemson was paying Dabo $10.8 million to go 4-4. Dabo's response was 5 minutes long, echoed his recent comments on the radio show about 98.5% of Clemson's fans being supportive, while the other 1.5% create a lot of problems. His is his full response, quote, "You can all have your opinions that you want. I don't know how old you are, son. I really don't care. But let me tell you something. We won 11 games last year, and you're part of the problem, to be honest with you, because that's part of the problem. It's people like you that all you do is the expectation is greater than the appreciation. That's the problem. So we've had 12, 10-plus wins in a row. That happens 3 times in 150 years. So you want to know why? Clemson ain't sniffed a national championship 35 years. We've won 2 and 7. There's only 2 other teams that can say that, Georgia and Alabama, okay? Quote, this is a bad year. Yeah, it's my responsibility. I take 100% responsibility for it. But all this bull crap you're thinking, all these narratives you read, listen to, man, you can have your opinions all you want and stick it. You can apply for the job. Good luck to you. But to answer your question, we're second in draft picks. We've graduated 90% of our guys. We're second in wins. If you know why, I'm telling you, we're not perfect. There's a lot of teams that Frank Howard never had a bad year. Coach Danny Ford never had a bad year. Coach K never had a bad year in basketball. People have a bad year, my man, but you're part of the problem.
I ain't mad at him, actually. Yeah, I ain't mad at him.
No.
But the optics.
Yeah.
The optics and the timing.
Nick Saban wouldn't do that.
I mean, dude, I don't think he's a bad coach. I'm just saying, man, like everybody's talking to me, he's talking about, man, if you get this transfer, you get this transfer, and get this transfer. And it hasn't worked for some people, but guess what, y'all? All the transfer to, let me see, all the guys that transferred to Colorado. Colorado's still sitting at where? Out there in the national championship. You talk, you know what I'm saying? So just because you transfer don't mean that kid's going to turn out for you. Dabo is sticking to his guns, but, like, the optics, that's all I'm saying. The optics right now is, like, not pointing in his favor. But what he's saying is true.
Right.
Like, they went 8-0 in ACC play last year. I know that, but, like, he got to learn how to enlighten these people instead of coming for their throat, because this is what they want. They want you to come for their throat because they feel like now that they got you rattled. Yep. Whoever it is, plant or real media persons, whoever it might be.
Yep, exactly. Real quick before we go to the games, because we got about 20 minutes. Playoff committee came out with their first rankings last night, gentlemen. The top 4, Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, and Florida State. 5 and 6 are Washington and Oregon. So 2 Big Ten, 1 SEC, 1 ACC, and then 2 Pac-12s, with Texas at 7. So obviously, if you know the Big Ten's going to wipe themselves out of that, since they got to play each other. Texas right now kind of in the driver's seat there, sitting at number 7, with Bama right there lurking at number 8. So, and I have to give a shout out to the Lane Train guys. I mean, number 10 in the country, Lane Train.
I don't know, man.
Come on now.
I didn't see it like that, man. But I don't think Ole Miss is number 10.
Number 10, man.
So
the rankings are the rankings.
Man. I mean, come on, man. Louisville, Notre Dame, they better than Ole Miss, but it is what it is.
I don't know about Louisville. You're talking about Jeff Brom. Come on now. So, all right, Let's get to picking. Purdue Boilermakers at number 2, Michigan. Spygate, Michigan minus 32.5. John.
Man, why the NCAA, this is going to be a bad breakup. But Michigan is going to roll over Purdue. Like, they might as well get their own little steamroller. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen, man. But, like, it's going to be a bad breakup between NCAA and Jim Harbaugh, man. But until we get to the end of that game, you know what I'm saying, end of the season, right, like I said, this weekend, give me Michigan to roll.
I took Purdue last week against Nebraska. I hated my life because they just pissed down their leg out there, let the corn cob go right up them. So give me Michigan here to roll.
All right. Wanted this little 2-minute right here because I told you last night. The Rock fired up that private plane, gave a little drive over there to Nebraska, rolled into Lincoln. He delivered 53. It don't matter how many corn cobs he gave all those corn huskers. They took them, they polished them up, they turned them some bitches sideways, and Henry Boilermaker, football player, took one straight up the candy ass.
Oh, wow.
Great. Man, told you.
Special teams.
Purdue, garbage.
So you're taking them this week?
Michigan all day long.
Okay, I thought you were going to reverse it and go with Purdue this week.
Nah, man.
It would have been a good swerve.
It would have been great. It would have been great just to have it. Wisconsin minus.
They're still sitting up there with those corn cobs up there. So they're not going to play worth shit. So yeah, give me the Wolverine.
All right, the Wisconsin minus 9.5 at Indiana. Tanner.
No. IU played their best game last week. Swear, I think they played the best they could ever play. That was their national championship game. Failed. Problem is, I want to take Nebraska. Wisconsin, but I don't even know if they can score. So bad. I mean,
Luke Fickle.
man.
Go back to Cincinnati. They go back to Conference USA. Take Cincinnati out of the Big 12 and go back to Conference USA. Because it's not working.
Hey, I took him last week to the Cowboys. Badgers, baby. So you know what? I just think IU not ready. I think the defense is going to be good. Man, just give me the Badgers. I'm not thinking. I can't trust Tom Allen.
Give me the Hoosiers at home. Plus the 9.5. They're going to have a bounce back like last week. We'll play another good defensive game. Like you said, Wisconsin can't score shit. So with that being said, IU's at home. Give me the Hoosiers to cover. They ain't going to win. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to cover.
And man, it's gonna be a lot of dry. It's gonna be a lot of wet eyes. You know what I'm saying? Between now, in Bloomington.
Oh yeah, moment of silence.
Man, ain't nobody losing no games this week. Nobody. Basketball, it doesn't matter. Losers, man. Man, IU winning the game, buddy.
Woo-hoo-hoo! JB with the Hoosiers. Number one.
The general. He's watching over this.
Number one, Ohio State.
Look at it.
Number one, Ohio State minus 19 at Rutgers. I will go first. I like Rutgers, guys. I do. I think Ohio State wins, but I think Rutgers can play an ugly, muck it up game at home with some cold weather against Ohio State. Rutgers is an ugly team. It's an ugly school in the Big Ten. So I think Rutgers covers, but Ohio State wins the game.
I don't know if Rutgers covers, man. I think it's more ugly for them, man. I just go total Ohio State, man. They probably sitting so cocky right now, and not cocky like they're overlooking Rutgers. They're like the CFP just told them they're number one team. So they're gonna act accordingly, man. I think they get some of the guys prepared. They don't have there's no lack. They know Rutgers is a decent little program. They know Rutgers has the ability to kind of play like a little episode oil. You know what I'm saying in these waters. But like, nah, man. I think Ohio State takes care of business, man. Give me Ohio State.
Tanner.
I'm gonna go with you, Reeve. I think Shiano's got them playing good. Rutgers is bowl eligible again, probably first time since Ray Rice left that place. So I like Rutgers. They're getting 19. But it's going to be another defensive thing. So that said, Ohio State doesn't like those getting those defensive games, so they struggle a little bit. In terms of the stale thing, I just don't think. I think McCord's injured a little. He's banged up. I mean, they just lost a running back.
Trayvon.
I mean, not Trayvon here, but their back. Not Trayvon, but the back of the other guy. He's hurt. I mean, that Abuka dude's still hurt. I mean, they got some players banged up. You get these Rutgers team that they're gonna come out there. I mean, so I think Rutgers catching 19 at home. I think that's a play. So yeah, give me Rutgers.
Next game, Jimbo and the Texas A&M Aggies. It's struggling for them. They are at the number 10 ranked team in the country, Ole Miss -3. John, you're up.
There's the only time I'm gonna go Ole Miss, Brandon. So click it, put the train on. Give me lane train and Ole Miss.
All right. Taking the lane trade. Tanner.
I'm with him too. The noon game, right there. 3. Lane train's got a lot more to play with. They're not losing here. If they're losing later in this, I mean, they got 8. Oh, man. It could be a big letdown spot because the lane train, just for us to pick them, goes to at Georgia next week.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Interesting.
So,
Boys, I mean,
I'm gonna go lane train, but that might be a trap game right here. But this thing is only 3 points. You said it's only 3, right?
3 points, 3.
What is it?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that's a low number. I feel like so. Something seems fishy about that line.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I have to say who.
I'm gonna take him.
I don't know if I say who I'm taking. I mean, you already know.
Yeah.
And that's 3 of them, boys. So that's a combo right there. So we're right near the train tracks. That lane train is rolling on through, baby. Let's go. Just for the train. One that John likes, number 15, Notre Dame, -3 at Clemson. Does Dabo get some of that sack that he had during his radio show here against the Irish? Tanner, you're up first.
Yeah. This is why I'm taking Notre Dame, because they shouldn't even be. I know Clemson's only 4-4, but there's no way they should be favored probably here. No way. I don't care if Clemson's 4-4, they shouldn't be favored, so that's why I'm going to take Notre Dame, because people are going to, in my mind, are going to hop all over Clemson and get 3 points. I don't think Notre Dame should. I think it should be closer to a pick 'em in my mind, but I'll give you the Irish. They're playing after what they did last week. They look really good. If they show up like that, Dabo's in deep shit. They play. I know that was Pittsburgh, but they play like that. Clemson's gonna be, and it's only a noon game. This game I think really would have favored Clemson. I'm gonna be quick right here. If this game was at nighttime, I think Clemson better. I think they struggle with these noon kickoff games. That's when I feel like when I watch Clemson in close games or when they lose, it's always these noon kickoffers. So yeah. Give me Notre Dame.
I'll slap call you. I'm taking Notre Dame on this one as well. Day game and Clemson ain't shit. Give me Notre Dame -3.
Yes.
John?
Oh man. You know, in later years, I would say Clemson, you know, what I'm saying, would be able to cover. I can't say that right now, man. I think Notre Dame is just not necessarily hitting on all cylinders, but they're hitting on enough cylinders, man. That whatever is causing Clemson to be good. Because if we pull all those dudes jackets, this is the 4-star guy here, 5-star guy, Mr. Football from this. You know what I'm saying? They got talent. It's just that maybe it needs to mature. Maybe they ain't on Dabo plans just yet. But man, Notre Dame's on a mission. And I think they successfully just use Clemson as like a resume stuffer, man. So give me Notre Dame.
Okay.
Guys are idiots. When 3 foolish men, I put you right in that category.
All right, John. Let's pour one out. Not only for Bobby Knight, but let's pour one out, guys. We got Bedlam. Last year of Bedlam. Number 9 Oklahoma, 6-point favorites at number 22 Oklahoma State. Gundy's team has just looked like shit all year. You can't trust them. Oklahoma, you can't trust either. I will tell you this, gentlemen, I'm not going to bet the game, a spread, but I will probably take the over. Just as one last bedlam, I'll take the over for it. But in our pick 'em here, God, Give me Oklahoma. I can't see them losing 2 in a row. It's ugly, but I think they win by 7. They cover the 6.
They are a good squad. They just, they call a couple hiccups, right? I hope this game is highly rated. From like the ratings are. I hope they are out of this world. We know it's gonna be a sellout. I don't have a dog in the fight, man. The quarterback from Oklahoma was on a Heisman, watch or whatever. I don't know if that. I think it's kind of Disney's kind of, I don't think he might still get an invite. I don't think he's necessarily all on favor anymore. But give me the Cowboys, man. One more last year, they're gonna go out. Yeah, give me the Cowboys. I would like to. I think the Sooners are a better team, but these rivalry games, Brandon, Reese and Tanner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is quote unquote last time before they figure out how to do it again. No, I'm going with the Cowboys. Give me Oklahoma State.
Okay, Tanner.
I'm gonna ride with JB on this one. I think they got a little exposed. I mean, I was watching that game last week, that Kansas-Oklahoma game, and man, I just think, like he said, at 5.5 or wherever I think it's you got to take the points, especially if that home team getting it. That place is gonna be rocking last time going. So you want to get everyone's gonna want to play because it's the last time they can probably be in this rivalry game. So.
Yeah,
3:30
kickoff.
I feel like it always favors the home team. Yeah, so it's probably 2:30 their time. I'm good with that. I'm with them. Give me the catching points. I'll take the Cowboys.
Okay. Just so we know, for betting purposes, I said I was gonna take the over. The over under is 60.5. So I kind of like that. 60.5. I like that number.
Yeah.
So. Halftime, Bowling Green 14, Ball State 7. So 14 to 7.5 right now for that game. Next one, gentlemen, on our books. Number 12, Missouri at number 2, Georgia. Georgia 15-point favorites. John.
And no Brock Bowers playing?
Nope.
Give me Missouri.
Okay. Tanner?
Oh, he snap called that.
Yeah, he did it quickly.
Man. Yeah, he said Brock Bowers is the only guy they got golly. I know I feel like Missouri's got a pretty good offense. I just don't know about this defense yet. And I think if it gets into a defensive thing, I don't know what this quarterback can do. 15, I might switch it. I'll keep you posted. But at Georgia, I don't think they can get it done there. So give me Georgia. Like the points.
I'm going to take Georgia as well. I think Georgia wins by 17. That covers the 15. I think we're all sitting good then at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know, like you said, Tanner, I just don't know if I can trust Missouri in this spot. If it was a home game, I'd feel a hell of a lot better. But with it not being, I don't know if I really can. So I'll take the Bulldogs as well. Number 23, Kansas State at number 7, Texas. Texas is only a 4-point favorite at home. Tanner?
And I think that's due because Ewers isn't playing. I mean, you got the quarterback out. What?
Are we going to see Arch Manning?
I don't think we are because that guy that played last week, they put a beat down. I know it's BYU, but they were 5-2 when they came in there. He's young. I mean, he really didn't they ran the ball a lot over there. He was 16 of 25 last week for $170, 2 tutters and a pick. But I know he's to do. I just think. I mean, K-State, they're 6-2. They've been pretty good. I know it's low because of that court. You just don't know what you're getting out of that quarterback. And I just think Texas has got too much to play for, and if they want any chance, they know they got to keep winning. And, I mean, that's going to be a close one to win, but I think they can probably win by a touchdown. So, and it's down there in Austin. So, give me the Longhorns. I think that quarterback, he might have a little breakdown if he needs to. He's going to have a little bit more than he has to show. He didn't have to show a whole lot last week.
Okay. John.
Yeah, like a 4-way tie for the Big 12 championship. You know what I'm saying? Regular season title, man. And like I said, it really means it means a lot to Oklahoma too in that Belgium game too. But like you know what I'm saying, rather we visit that. I think Texas got a little bit easier task. I'm not saying Kansas is a pushover. Kansas State's a pushover, but I think Texas got a little bit easier task to sneak ahead of the pack. So, like I said, I think the tie. This will be a tie. It's tied up right now, like 4-way tie. Maybe I think it might even be a 5-way tie for the Big 12 crown. But like, nah, man, I think those waters get money. Texas wins, and then like they kind of leak in front of the pack there.
Okay. Well, I like this one. Ewer's not playing. They got the backup. I wouldn't mind even seeing a little Arch Manning action there. But Kansas State ain't the Kansas State we had from last year. But this one, guys, I've got to go. There's an old saying, the stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Give me the Longhorns, minus the 4 at home. Hook 'em. God, don't let me down. Don't let me down with this one. Next one, number 5, Washington, minus 3 at number 20, USC. Tanner, you are up first.
Oh, man. I know. I thought this is probably the damn game lane train. I let old FC gets it right out there. Just thinking of lane train because he used to be out there. But, man, Washington doesn't have an easy. They don't get much easier. I think they might lose. Their next 3 games are tough.
Don't overthink it.
I'm looking at it right here. They're going at USC home against Utah and at Oregon State. They got a little scare last week from Stanford. Didn't play their best. Penix played okay. I just think USC can't guard it. Cal hung up 50 off.
Yeah.
Or how many were that? Yeah. Well,
Penix may throw up 60.
50, whatever.
Notre Dame crushed.
Yeah, Notre Dame crushed them, and I love Notre Dame. And they did that, and their offense isn't even as explosive as Washington. So I just think Washington. This gets into a shootout. Washington will still win. They got more weapons. Yeah, give me Washington. I don't like taking this one and laying 3. I wish it was Washington plus 3 right here, but I'm going Washington. Penix might sit in at the Heisman. If he wins at the old Coliseum, this might be his Heisman.
Okay. I'm going to take Washington too. I think don't overthink it. Like you said, if this gets high scoring, I like the weapons from Washington over USC's. USC's just dead in the water. These kids don't play right now. They're just prepared for the draft. So give me Washington as well in that one. John.
Yeah, Penix. Washington. Let's go.
Okay. The big one, 7:30 or 7:45, number 14 LSU and D. Brian Kelly and those Louisiana boys are heading to Alabama to take on the Crimson Tide, minus 3. John.
Give me Alabama. Favors going out coaching.
Okay. I'm going to take Alabama minus the 3 as well. I think they whoop that ass. I think they win by at least a touchdown. They cover the 3. Tanner.
What's that guy, hillbilly guy said? I don't get a piss about nothing but the Tide. Roll Tide.
Yeah. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Tide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Willie. Roll Tide Willie.
Yeah.
So.
Roll Tide Willie. I'm rolling with him right here. Only a field goal down there. Brian Kelly couldn't catch out of a wet paper sack in these big games. He's sauteed before he even
Damn. All right. Last game, boys. Number 16, Oregon State. 13-point favorites at Colorado. Dion's boys. Tanner, your pick.
Man. If I watched that game last week, that UCLA,
Yes.
did we?
Yes, I had Colorado the points, so I was needing that cover desperately.
Yeah. And man, did you see Sanders walking on that field? That USC defense beat the hell out of him.
Yes.
I mean, he was just limping off the field. I mean, I'll give it to UCLA. That defense they got going, great. I mean, that's who scared me. And I think they could. I'm looking at USC. I mean, their schedule's pretty UCLA the rest of the way. Oregon State's coming off a loss. Yeah, they called that on game day. They said they'll probably lose outright to Arizona, who's playing really well lately. I'm not taking that away anything. I have been following the Pac-12. Arizona they've been hanging in there on some teams. They're actually surprising, and they're one game away from being bowl eligible. Arizona. I mean, they've been in there. They lost like 2 at USC. They dog walked Washington State. So I'm not trying to get off here too much, but man, give me Dion. I feel like they just cover. They just cover a lot in there. I think he's got to get them. If he wants to get bowl eligible, he's got to win. I mean, they're 4-4 right now. I mean, he's losing. I'm going to call it out. He plays at Utah, at Washington. His next 2 games are at home. He's got Oregon State, then he's got Arizona stuff. Then he goes at Washington State, Utah. If they want to get bowl eligible, he has to win right here.
Okay.
So give me I think they'll keep it in there.
Okay. Tanner or John.
Man, I don't like the game at all. The player overuse is catching up to Colorado, so I'm going the other way.
Okay, John's going to take Oregon State.
Yep.
I really wanted to take Oregon State because I had a good saying I was going to use, but then it wouldn't be politically correct to say it. So I'm going to defer from that. But I will take Colorado plus the points here. Like you said, they learn to hang in the games. Shit, this might be another one, Tanner, where we are down 21 points and they have to push a late touchdown to get it within the number.
Yeah.
It might be one of those we might be dealing with. So I'll take Colorado here plus the points at home. So, all right, Tanner, thanks for joining, my man. Good luck this week. Conversation will continue on Twitter and on text. We'll have our group chat. So we'll be following the games, and best of luck to you.
All right, yeah, then should have some what's today's date?
The first.
Yeah. We'll be able to talk. I think there's some games next Tuesday, college hoops. I think they start the big one maybe on next Tuesday. I think some of the college starts on Tuesday, so we'll just touch on the little hoops.
Did they cancel the Carolina season? They ain't got anybody coming back.
What'd you say?
I said, did they cancel the North Carolina season? Because I didn't see them have anybody come back.
I see you guys hiring all I do is see Duke getting these 5 stars, and then they're over here playing like Kentucky, like a bunch of chumps. Just get the best flag.
Get that flag ready for Cooper Flag. You're going to be playing it in Dean Dome.
That's all I see you guys doing is just getting all these recruits and making no noise in March.
We'll see. All right, T. Appreciate you.
All right. See you guys.
See ya. All right, John. I don't have anything left, my man. If you want to wrap us.
Man, I know we short on time, man, but I want to hit a couple things.
Yeah,
man.
Go ahead.
Man, a couple football teams that one football team that we're not talking about, Air Force, man. Shame on me if you pull any tape last year's bowl season when we were doing pick'em. I did not put any type of respect on Air Force's name. Coach Troy Calhoun went out there and he blew out. If you remember, Brad, they blew out Baylor. Well, guess what, Brad? They're undefeated right now. I think Air Force right now is so good, Brad. They're so good right now. They probably, I think the CFP got them ranked in like the top they think they're like 22. They probably should, realistically, they should probably be in the top 15. I think they can play with anybody in the top 15. But get to a championship game, that'd be a little hard for them, right? But man, people need to talk more about Air Force, man. And we will. I got some more deep dive notes on them. I know we should run a short time, man. But you know I like the little underdog teams, man. So I just wanted to shout them out, man. Again, deep, rich history out of Air Force. Parcells coached there 1,000 years ago, man. If you believe it or not, man. But nah, man, that team right there is having a special season, man. Outside of that, Brandon, man, I wanted to also thank our sponsors, Scott K. Nichols, State Farm Insurance, our other sponsors, Maverick Custom Motorsports. How could we do the show without them? If you listen to the sound of my voice, I'm Jonathan Birdsong. Check out our sponsors. They got some services. I guarantee whether you need insurance or whether you're into souping up your automobile or your speedboat or your motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Our sponsors got something, whether it's Scott K. State Farm Insurance or whether it's Maverick Custom Motorsports. Both our sponsors got something for you. Outside of that, Brandon Reed, I got nothing else, man. This has been another great show. This has been episode number 275 of Crossbow Sports Show, man. I know we're going to come back next week bigger, better than ever. Outside of that, man, Brandon Reed, send us out.
Continue conversations on Twitter, on Facebook. We'll chatter up with you. Enjoy the games. We got the Sports Equinox earlier this week. We got hockey, pro baseball, pro basketball, college football. We got college basketball starting up. Plethora, great week of sports. So continue conversations. Best of luck on your bets, and we'll see you guys next week. Bigger, better than ever. Look at the schedule for next week, folks. We may be changing our date. I may have an event that Wednesday night, so we may be changing the date on that one. We'll know more at a later date. Talk to you later. Have fun.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more